It's my birthday! Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Idiongoima Umoh. Today I am so excited. I don't know if you can tell because why? It is my birthday! Come on, let me feel myself a little bit. Just give me a few minutes. Let me just, feel myself a little bit. Alright guys, I am +1 today, so I decided to use this time as an opportunity for me to make this video by giving you guys 10 things I have learned from my mother. I think I have lived some years on earth, and I have learned so many things from her. Most of the things I've learned from her are the things that have shaped me into becoming this beautiful lady that you see now. So I decided to share these things that I have learned also with you guys so that you get to learn 1 or 2 things. Now, if you're interested to find out what these things are, then you definitely need to keep on watching. Welcome back guys. So I'm just going to get right into these lessons, into these gems that I have learned from my mother. So the first life lesson that I've learned from her is independence. My mom always tells me, make sure you own your own. Don't go into a man's house without having your own money, without standing on your 2 feet when it comes to money. Because it's not every time you will need to get money from a man to get the finest things of life that you will need. And it's also good to have your own because that will make a man value you more. When a man is always giving you and giving you and giving you, and you don't have what it takes to bring whatever to the table, now there's a problem. Now a woman is supposed to, support a man once in a while when it comes to financial, situation. So once you're in a man's house and you can't help a man out when he's in a fix, she will tell me, no, don't even think about it. Make sure that before you go into a man's house, you are earning 1 or 2 so that you can be independent. You don't need to wait for a man to get something. You don't need to wait for a man before you eat. Because there are some men that can ridicule you and frustrate your life when once they do, oh, if they don't give you money, you can't live. If they don't give you money, you can't be sustained. So don't make that mistake of going into a man's house without owning your own, without having your own, without bringing anything to the table. So I have learned that from her because my mom is so independent that we don't even need to wait for my dad, for us to eat or for us to wear nice clothes or go nice places. She's always there to cover a man up when a man is in a financial fix that sometimes you won't even notice. So that is what a woman is supposed to do in a man's house. Don't be there, just there, sitting back, doing nothing, not having your own money. So I've learned that from her, and I think it's going to be something that will help me in the future. And I also want you to learn that. Learn independence, ladies. Be independent with yourself. Make sure that you own your own. It's very important. Alright guys, so the second life lesson I've learned from my mom is that less is more and simplicity is the key when it comes to fashion. You won't meet my mom somewhere and she's looking to overdressed. Some people have a way of putting too many fabrics together. You bring in crepe, you bring in velvet, you bring in all sorts of things just to sew one fabric. My mom will always tell me, less is more. At any time we go anywhere and we meet a lady that is just too overdressed, we will make fun of that lady and be like, you didn't need to do all this before you look beautiful. So she always tell me, make sure that once you want to put your outfit together, have that in mind that less is more. And I think that has really helped me in discovering my fashion sense. I don't do too much if you've noticed. I dress very simple, but yet I still look good and classy. So that has really helped me. I really learned that from my mom that I don't need to do too much, to always look good and appear good, because I've learned that from my mother. So that is one of the things I have learned, and I would also want you to learn that you don't need to overdo it in order to look good. When it comes to fashion, less is always the key. Okay, guys, so the third lesson that I've learned from my mom is compassion. Oh my god, like, I know we used to make fun of my mom about being the Mother Teresa of her time, but it is a very good virtue of her that I admire so much. My mom always tells me that it pays to do good. And even though sometimes it might not be convenient for her, she's always ready to lend an helping hand. She's always there to be compassionate about somebody. Now, during the Easter time, I think that was Good Friday in church, the priest was giving his homily and he said something about Simon of Cyrene helping Jesus out with his cross and how necessary it is for us to put down our own cross and help another person that has an heavier cross. And the one thing that just struck me was, this is my mom. She has her own cross, she has her own life, she has everything that she's dealing with, but she doesn't hesitate to drop her cross and help another person. And that has really taught me to be compassionate to one another. That has really taught me to always want to lend an helping hand in one way or the other that I can. I don't need to have, or you don't need to have too much money to help someone. It's not everyone that needs maybe a financial assistance. There's some people that might need an idea. There's some people that might need help in so many other aspects aside from money. So any way that you can, make sure that you're helping one another, you're being kind to one another, you're looking into another person's issue to see if you can help. Put down your cross. Everyone on earth has a cross, but there is someone out there that has an heavier cross more than yours. So you need to put down yours and attend to another person so that you can make that cross easier for that person to carry. So that's one of the life lessons I so admire and I've learned from my mom, and I'm grateful that I have a compassionate mom. I have someone that I am proud of when it comes to that aspect. So that is one of the things I've learned from my mom, and I hope that you will also strive to be compassionate, lend an helping hand, have an act of helping one another. Alright guys, so the fourth thing that I have learned from my mom is devotion. Oh my god. I have not seen such a woman. Like, she's so devoted to whatever or to wherever she finds herself. Is it in church? Is it in her workplace? Wherever she finds herself, she's always devoted. I'm so grateful that right now my mom is retired, but when she was still in service, we used to pity how devoted she was in her work, that even when she comes back from work by 4 p.m. and you feel, oh my gosh, she's just coming back to rest, she will be called to come in again to work, that there is a case that's about to start in the hospital. And my mom wouldn't waste time. Even if she was eating, she would drop her food, wear her clothes, and she would head back to the hospital. And I was like, Mom, why? She was like, it is my job to save lives. That is always a response. So she's always devoted in whatever she does. She's devoted in her marriage. She's devoted in church. Like, that is one of the qualities that people love about her in church. She's devoted to her work. She's devoted to her farm. Like, this farming season, my mom is not resting because of it. That is to show how devoted she is. And it's one of the qualities that I've come to admire in her. And I will tell her, Mom, the grace that you have to do all these things, I mean, I wish I can have such a grace. Because I know myself, I'll be tired. Even when I'm not even doing anything, I'll just be tired for nothing. But I admire that in her, and I've learned that. Why I said I've learned that is that I've seen that I'm beginning to be like her. Because there's this saying that says that when once you grow older, you tend to see yourself as your mom. Like, you tend to behave like your mom. You tend to adopt some qualities that you felt was, ridiculous, as at that time. So now I'm beginning to see how devoted I can be, because even with the little service I'm doing, I'm currently in my NYSC, and during that time when I just started, I thought, oh, I just want to where I wouldn't be going to work often. But even with that, I just saw myself going to work whenever I needed to go to work. Like, I just felt that sense of responsibility on me, that I'm so devoted to what I do. Even if except I don't even, feel that sense of responsibility. But anywhere I find myself and under the responsibility, I always feel that I have to be devoted and give my best to wherever or whatever I am doing. Alright guys, so the fifth life lesson that I've learned from my mom is that family is everything. I mean, that woman can do anything for her husband, her children. She doesn't joke with her family, and she always tells me, family is everything. You don't have to joke with family. Okay, the reason why I said that my mom doesn't joke with her husband and her kids, I'm going to give you an example. On Easter Sunday, we came back from church and we already planned what we were going to prepare, which was rice and pepper soup. So we came back home, we were doing that and all that. That's how my dad came to the kitchen and was like, what is going on here? I thought you were preparing pounded yam. And my dad really likes pounded yam. He just threw that carelessly. It's not like he said it to my mom, prepare me pounded yam, directly. He didn't say that. He just threw the tantrums and went back and I guess what my mom did next. My mom already prepared pounded yam for my dad. She did not waste time. So that is why I said she doesn't joke with her family. Family is everything for her. And I've gotten to learn that from her. If I am ill, my mom is also ill. She wouldn't go anywhere. She would suspend everything that she has to do for my sake. Same with my dad. So she has taught me that family is everything, that I should always be ready to go an extra mile for my family, for the people that I love, for the people that I hold dear. So I have learned that from her, and I'm proud to say that that is a very good lesson, and I also want you to learn that also. So the seventh life lesson that I've learned from my mom is the act of praying. Now that woman prays about everything. Like if she has anxiety about anything, she goes on her knees and she prays about it. And because of that, I was not one to be so particular about prayer, but because of what I see my mom do, I have come to learn that I have to develop a prayer life, and I've started developing a prayer life that even now I pray about careless things that you might not even think that I'll pray about. I do that. I can remember when I was having anxiety about how my birthday is going to go, my photo shoot. Oh God, do I have enough resources? That is how baby girl just went on her knees. I was like, God, I don't have enough resources for this. Give me the wisdom to divide the resources I have, to do the things I still want to do in order to have a successful birthday. That was you would think I wouldn't pray that prayer, but I did. And immediately I was like, you just started becoming mom. Look at you praying about things like this. That is my mom for you. She prays about every little anxiety that she faces. So I've got to learn that the act of praying, it's good to develop a prayer life. It's good to develop that devotion to God and love God, love the word of God. Even if it's just a few minutes or few time that you have in the morning, just go down and pray a little prayer. You don't need to do too much in the name of prayer. Just a simple prayer would do. Just develop that act of praying. Okay guys, so the eighth life lesson that I've learned from my mom is that she will always tell me to be strong in the face of adversity. I don't know if you've met my mom. If you've met her, you know that she's the whole definition of strength. She's a strong woman. She has gone through a lot of things on earth, but yet she's still so strong. She's still going through life. And because of that, I have learned that no matter what I go through, I just have to strive. Whatever that I am facing, I just have to stay alive. I just have to be strong. I don't need to give up. As long as my mom has not given up. She told me one day, as long as I have not given up, you have no reason to give up. You will also have to hope with me. Have the faith that I have. And that has really encouraged me to strive in the face of adversity. So I'm telling you guys now to hold on. Whatever you're facing out there, whatever cross you're carrying, whatever is going on in your life that is not so palatable for you, hold on. Don't give up. Be strong in the face of adversity. And at the end, you are going to be rewarded. You are going to smile at the end of the day. There is always light at the end of the tunnel, and you've got to believe that. All right, guys. So the ninth life lesson that I've learned from my mom is to be honest and say the truth always. Yes, no matter who you are, whether you are a friend or not, wherever she sees you, when once you do something that is wrong, my mom doesn't waste time to tell you what you did is wrong. She's always honest to the fault. Like, she's so honest to the fault that I used to ask her, Mom, how did you develop this habit of being so honest to a fault? And she told me, you have to be honest with yourself and the people around you so that people can get to trust whatever you see. So she would tell me, don't waste time to tell people when they are wrong, and don't waste time to be honest with yourself and with people around you. And I'm trying now to be honest to people around me. I'm trying now to tell people what you did is wrong. No matter who you are, I'll tell you, you shouldn't have done that. I don't like that you did that. You get? So I'm learning the act of being honest and owning your truth always. So that is one of the life lessons that I have learned from my mom. Alright guys, so the last life lesson that I've learned from my mom, and she will always tell me this: be smart about every money that comes in. My mom is a financial advisor. She's a mini bank. She knows how to save and keep money for others. She knows how to plan the little cash that she has. She knows, okay, this salary is going to take me for how long, and she knows exactly what to do with her money. She doesn't spend on things that don't matter. She doesn't spend on unnecessary things. She makes sure that she plans out her money, she plans out her income very well. And that is one of the qualities that I admire in her. She knows where her money is going. She doesn't spend unnecessarily. And that is one of the qualities a woman should develop. Know how to plan your home, when it comes to finance. So I've learned that from her, and now I'm seeing myself learning that, because every month I get to plan my budget and my expenses. I know how much I was spending in a month. I don't buy things that was not in the budget anymore. So you can see that I am learning from my mom. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today. I am so excited that I got to share these life lessons, these life gems that I've learned so far from my mom. And I also hope that you've learned one or two from this video. Please comment down below what you've learned. I also want to use this opportunity to tell my mom thank you for raising me to become such a beautiful and intentional woman. And I also want to say to her that I love her. I will always and always love her. Also, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, I kindly request that you go on there and click on the subscribe button and the notification bell just beside it, so you get notified each time I post a new video. Also, don't forget to share this video with your family and your friends. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next video, and as always, remain beautiful.